Okay, we're back and back in business here. We did update to our graphics card drivers, and it didn't help. So we're gonna use the CPU still to do our main stuff here. Pretty disappointed. um, pretty disappointed. I'm not sure why it's talking about that the way it is. So board resources finding stuff. Let's close that. We'll go to node. No symbols found in. Why is it acting like oh, these are the changes. Okay. All right, so so we were writing this, and we were getting null cells, and basically we're just going to append to this array a list of cells that need to be repopulated. Get null cells, and then we're going to return null cells. Okay. So we have this add missing pieces, and this fires where here when all matches are complete. Add missing pieces. So this is kind of redundant now. Looks like we don't need this if we're not going to use more than one. So do it in here. And so what we'll do is for the board resource, we're going to get what do we call it? Get null cells. Okay, so put this over here. Okay. Are null cells equals this, or null cells. So okay. So let's add a signal and call it cell added. And we're going to return cell. And why don't we just call it cell set? Emit signal cell set, and then QRS. Okay, so we have a signal when a cell is set. So now, if we were here, we could go and say board resource connect cell set self. And we'll call it something about piece added. Add piece. And what if we did... So we don't even need to do this now. All right? In theory. We can't test it right now. Everything's broken. How about we... Let's get rid of... Let's comment all of this out. Except for add piece. Run it. It should run. Okay. Set cell. Emit signal set cell. Signal string. Or cell set. Okay, so cell set on self add piece. So let's do a break here and see if we're hitting that. We aren't. Board resource connect. New initializes. Set cells happen after that. So, but we still need to register the connection. So, there's no ready on a resource. Okay. We don't need get matches anymore. And we don't need find matches anymore. So things are getting smaller here. They're getting larger here. Okay, some refine here. Let's keep going. No drop frames using hardware encoding. Man, do you know how disappointing that is to me? So that's what it is. Despite whatever. So it's got to be that there's something about the settings that are wrong. So I'm just checking the stream, see how good it looks. I mean, it looks fine. Man, I'm so disappointed though. Yeah, it's a really muddy. But that's my bandwidth. Gosh, it was so good for so long. Wait. I'll hush. So maybe we don't even need this. Because essentially, we just need to do a set cell. So for every null cell, and set cell might not be the right word for this. Get null cells. This isn't a good name for it. Add null cells. Set null cells. Do 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 do. Okay, this should fix this issue. So we should be getting false. Or is an outer ring true? So it won't attempt to rotate because we're in the outer ring. Okay, so now that's working. Oh, shoot. I missed you. Sorry about that. Hella decent. So hopefully I'll see you again here in a little bit. Um, okay. I think I'm getting a grasp on how to do this. So what we're gonna do is, how can we? How can we duplicate a resource? Is that something we can do? Resource. Source. Duplicate. Okay, so we can. So if we just go test board equals self duplicate. Okay, so we're making a copy of ourselves. And let's print out that. Or how about we just do a pass here and then a breakpoint, and we'll just see what we have. So I don't know. My mind on a lot of stuff right now is changing. It's changing. It's malleable. Board resource has rotate has matches, and let's just see. We'll do pretend rotate. Invalid function. Rotate has matches. Cell dir. Okay, so I have to give it a cell. Specs. Cell dir. We'll try again. We'll rotate. And there's cell. There's dir. And I do not see this test board. So let's try printing it, because maybe we can't duplicate self. Who knows? Print test board. So it does make a resource. Okay. So we have a test board. So now we can do rotation on it and then see if there's any matches against that test board's rotation. This is dope. This is dope. And this is how I should be doing this, because this is dope. Dope, I say. So then we need to have some sort of rotation method, which is essentially this. So again, pulling out any data stuff. Last rotation, let's murder last rotation. So we're going to get rid of this. So all of this stuff, basically we're going to be able to right here call rotate on the board resource. And then have the things that we need to have happen. So I think we're going to be real signal heavy, and like there might be a signal called I don't know, rotate something, and then like a Boolean saying false whether or not it will result in matches. Then we know when we call that rotation that it's going to flip back as a fail, and the board state will never change. But we'll have done a test, we'll have duplicated the board and ran a test against that resource to see if we can rotate. So now we're going to write the rotation function, rotate cells. And this will be internal. So nothing that touches the data. What I'm trying to do is nothing that touches the data is going to happen like we're not going to be directly manipulating data in the board resource. We're going to be calling functions on it that will result in data manipulation and give us a value back or send a signal or whatever it's going to do. But we're not going to directly be setting cells and things like that. I think that's how we're going to set this up, so that we're like poking at the resource, and then the resource tells us what to do based on those pokes. I think that's, I don't know. I mean, I might toss all this, who knows. So rotate cells. So this is the trip part of it, is I'm writing this function, but in here, it's going to look like test board rotate cells, right? And then this is the destructive. This is actually destructive in the sense of like it's going to change the data. But in our case, we've got this test board. We're gonna be destructive to the test board's data, manipulative. I don't know what to call it. We're gonna change the test board's data, run a test against the test board with using matches, and then if we have any, we can return true to the rotate has matches, which in this case will be a bool. So, and by default, it will return false. Okay, so rotate cells. This and then we're building this pieces to move, which we're not going to do anymore. So we're going to get rid of that. And we're going to get rid of this. And we'll keep all this. And so what cell are we going to rotate around? Right? Hex cell. And and this will be cells. So these are the changes that we're going to be making. And then this count, wall count is less than 6. So can't we just get the size of the ring? So it would be cell get ring. And for some reason why are we even setting an empty ring? Ring, okay. Get ring. So I'm just looking at my old code. I think I might have changed it and not ripped out. How did I do that? So I have this ring. We build this out and then we don't touch it. So we have this board location and rotate location. This is the direction, using the direction, what direction we're going to rotate. Then we say so yeah, this seems to be nonsense here. I can't see why this is here. It does seem that we do need this. Count, direction, rotate cells, dir, and we'll one just in case. And then piece equals cell, cell, cells to move, cells to move. Okay, so rotate location all equals variable cells already described this cell. Rotate. Less rotation. Rotate. Board. Cell. Count. 6. I'll get neighbor. So we're using get neighbor to go around it. We don't need that ring. Okay. I think this is right. Let's see. Got to do rotation that's going to result in matches. It does. Okay, let's do one that's not going to result in matches. Let's see if when we duplicate, it does do the RNG. So duplicate is not doing what we'd expect it to do. Let's look up random number generator. Let's double check what randomize does. sets up a time-based seed to the generator. So that's setting a seed. We don't want to do that. Time-based seed. It's a pseudo-random integer. Not going to do this. You still should get random when we run. So that's what we got this time. Let's do it again. It's the same. So we do need that random. Let's try it now. And it's different. And it's the same. Man, it's seems to be cycling between two. Okay. So can we do that? We're going to do a break on this. let's print. We'll do a hash. We can compare hashes, right? In dictionary. So we'll print the hash of the test board. Print two hashes. So we'll have test board dot cells dot hash and self dot cells. I guess I don't need to do self. That's not really necessary, but be clear. Let's put a space in between these, or we'll do and try it now. Randomize. We'll do a rotation. Duplicate. All this stuff happens. On duplicate. And they don't match. Okay, so let's go back to resources. So resources duplicate. Still runs the init. Duplicates the resource, returning a new resource with the exported members copied. Note, to duplicate the resource, the constructor is called without arguments. This method will error when the constructor doesn't have default values. Duplicating a resource, only exported properties are copied. Other properties will be set to their defaults. Okay, so only exported copy. So the seed let's try that. Typeless export needs a constant expression to infer type. Nice. So I got that version release to itch automation going, so I can set a new tag for version and then commit that or push that out to GitHub, and it'll automatically create the executables and everything and upload the new version to itch automatically. And it's cool because the build and the upload process happens on GitHub side, not on my computer. So that's pretty neat. I have a 10-year-old German short-haired pointer. German short-haired pointer. Let me look it up. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have to walk them as... We have one. Oh, my goodness. I love those dogs. Lots of energy, though, huh? Hopefully. We'll see if I can get it going. All right, here, we're going to do a test rotation. Again. And we duplicate. So, cells. So we do have a set of cells here already. So what we need to do is say, at the start of this, so why did the from seed? That's RNG seed equals from seed. So if cells are set, we just need to make sure the seed is right. Crazy energy. Yep. Well, right now I'm totally refactoring the way that the data structure for the game is, so that I can start to experiment with different things, and I can create like an infinite mode, which is kind of what it is right now, and I can create a like a more like I can just kind of experiment with how do I want to mess. Can I mess around with the rotation stuff? Can I make a progression system somehow? You know, that kind of thing. So, do we need to make it equals? Is that the problem? No. We have a type. Let's go back. When duplicating a resource, only exported properties are copied. Other properties will be set to the default value. So why is there no... So we go here, members, cells, RNG. So from seed doesn't show anything. There's our seed. And that's what we set our RNG to. So why, if we have the cells, why is our from seed not has to type in the export. Export is dictionary and integer. Now maybe this will fix it. Okay. So basically I'm able to do, now that I have time to think about the data, I'm able to do this in a much better way. And I'm learning a lot right now. Still skipping over from seed, even though we had it set. Use seed as null cells. It is setting our cells, right? From the duplicate. But we need that seed. How about we set it to 0 to start? So we set a 2A value. Then let's try rotate. There we go. Now from seed is set to 0. Even though our cells are defined. So hang on. Let's run it again. Here we're setting from seed's random negative number. RG random. Seed. What is? So I forget, did I ask you where you were at, Hella? .815 area code. Is that near where I was? Let me look it up. Oh, Illinois. That's right. Yeah. I was confused. I'm like, 815? Because I was 80. I used to be 805. But they spread those out very specifically so that, you know, like counties and things like that. Yeah. That's funny because I said 815, but in our hometown we say 805. So yeah, 815. That would make sense. That's funny. It's funny that I wouldn't do that, even though that's what I do wherever I'm at. But then I'm suddenly talking about. That's funny. Okay, so why? Is it because it's set at initialization? Set cell. No, we'd set a bunch of them here. It's going good. I should probably stop, huh, Trish? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to say from seed equals. So now that we've set the seed, I just don't know why it's not acting the way I want it to. All right, what seed do we have now? Still null. nice. Operation Laundry is go. But yeah, 815 is home for me currently. I like to move though, so that would soon change to 312. Yeah. I mean, I lived in so 805 was where I lived for till I was what? When did we move, Trish? 37? So, Chicago. We have some friends here that we've met that were from Chicago. Maybe A31 again, though. I miss Santa Cruz. Yeah. Santa Cruz is really nice. Any of those coastal cities are really nice. I worked for Santa Cruz Biotech. So why? Let's look up Godot resource not duplicating init. Okay. So this is the problem. We have to have worked for an indie game studio in Santa Cruz. We came super close to a game, but the owner of the studio shut it down to work on music videos using Unreal. Oh, that sucks. I mean, I wouldn't mind doing game dev for someone else if they were paying me. Just to be like in the shit, so to speak. Yeah. That's really weird. Yeah, I've been having sort of a crisis with doing any of this where like to make it totally for sure. But yeah, the indie space and getting people to play your game and all that, it feels like it's like hard not to be nihilistic about your chances of anyone even caring about whatever it is you're making or doing. And then I'm a dumb butt who's sitting here trying to figure out why this seed value is not cloning. And how about we just make sure. So for now, what I'm going to do is if there is cells, we're not going to. So if cells. So if there is no cells, then we do all this crap. How about that? So we don't do any of this. And now let's just check the hash. I could PM you a video of the prototype we had, but I'm trying to not dox myself. So you got to promise to help with that. Yeah, I mean, I can do it off stream, and in the other window too. I don't have to. I wouldn't show it on stream or anything like that. I can look at it offline. I think that's probably the safest thing. Because, dude, I'm always accidentally, like, showing my IP and stuff on stream. So I got to, like, yeah, I would, just send me that. I'll look at it offline. Just to be safe. All right, let's just make sure that this is doing what we think it's doing. Let's see if we get... Okay, so there's the dictionary. There's the seed. Now we're setting it to 0. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe just setting it to anything. Because we're being explicit about type here. And if we do int, it sets it to 0. Maybe that's it. Hang on. Let's... he's beginning to believe. Well, I gotta say, I mean, I'm meeting a lot of people who were in the industry in some way. There's been a few, I've talked to a guy who worked with Nintendo of America and kind of had a similar situation to you. He worked on a prototype of a game. Or not, I don't know that it was even a prototype. I think it was in full development. And it just never came out. It's just like, what the hell are we doing? Like, why would you spend the money on that kind of thing? Okay. So now we're not hitting from seed at all. What the hell? Okay, let's do it again. Hang on a second. Let's do it again really quick. And we'll just run through the duplicate. All of this stuff happens. RNG from seed equals from. Okay, so all this stuff happens. Now that's what wipes the board out. So that okay, so we'll just say we're gonna do what I was doing originally. So if there aren't cells, then we do all this crap, and then our hash should match up if it's doing what I think it's doing. So let's just see. And we don't match. God darn it. Still nothing. Oh, that sucks. Fortnite has all the mechanics the indie game I was working on in 2013 had. It sucks. I could have been a contender. I could have been somebody. Oh, you know what? We're doing the hash after the rotation. That's part of the problem. So let's check the hash now. And then we'll see. Let's see. Just do rotate. And blar, it's gonna crash. Hey! Okay, so our hashes match to start. So let's get rid of this crap. And we'll see if it stays that way after that. Let's run it, rotate, and we do. We roo? We roarge? Okay, so we roo. All right, so we match, and let's just seed. Let's print the seed out of our seeds. So we'll print the seeds, and let's just see if they're the same. They should be the same. So we'll do test board from seed, and then self from seed. Seed. Okay, we're getting somewhere here. So, blah, and they match. Okay, so that means that what we need to do here is say, so if there's no use seed and no from seed, then we generate a new random from seed. Maybe we need 3 of these. So if there is no use seed, we go like that. If there's elif, there's a from seed, then the from seed, so we just don't touch it. Okay, so elif, no from seed, then we generate a new from seed. And let's set a break there. I think we got it, boys. Rotate, duplicate, and from seed. Ave Maria. So it looks like it works. Okay. So we're duplicating. So here's what's going on, what I've been working on. Well, Hella, I'd love to make a game with you. I mean, you see how bad I am at this, though. I feel like all I'm doing is advertising how crap I am at coding. I was watching someone today. She works for Microsoft. She's amazing. And I'm just like, man, I'm just trash. I'm trash. But I mean, you know, the thing I'll say is I'm trying to be, I've always been a jack of all trades, master of none kind of thing. And I feel like that's maybe a weakness. I strive for hella decent content. Well, that's nice. I try and keep it clean. I don't know. The audience, you know what? I'm just who I am, and the audience that finds me is my audience. And I hate even saying that, though. But like the people that, you know, I'm trying to be myself, and the people that watch me, I feel like if I was in a room, we'd be friends. Like, I would think. I feel that way with like Obsidian. I feel like, you know, I feel like I could just walk into his house and just start talking to him, and just like, because I feel like I like know the dude. Yeah, Obsidian. Yeah. Obsidian and you and Frozen and Dominic. I actually text Dominic. I mean, I'd text you too if you'd be down for it. But yeah, I text Dominic. He can't make the streams that much. But I still keep in touch with him. Just to see how he's doing, and like if he's keeping his feet in the water and everything. Oh, Dominic is Cobalt. So he just hasn't been on the stream in a while. There I go, doxing Cobalt. I gotta. All right. Okay, so what we've done here, in theory, is we've duplicated our board, and then we're gonna do rotation on that clone of the board, not on the board itself, and then we'll test to see if there's matches when we rotate, and give that value back before we actually do any rotation. And then we can decide what to do after that. Oh, Trish, should I go and try and put him down? You'll have to go on the stream and talk to everybody. And, like, entertain. I think she already left. She left. Okay. So, now let's see. We're going to do a rotation here with matches. So this would, in theory, give matches. It does. And let's do a rotation that wouldn't give matches. Just put up lo-fi and a BRB. I'm with him already, our Lord and Savior. So this returns no matches. Okay, good. It's working. Ha ha! Woo! Hee! All right, so test board rotate cells, and then we have get matches. So our matches code is working too. So if so we'll do a var matches equals our test board get matches, and if matches size is greater than 0, return true, otherwise return false. That's pretty good. The home screen of the game in a BRB. Yeah, I mean, I have plans like that. You know what I could do? Dude, you're giving me ideas. If I go like this, and I just, whatever I'm currently working on, we take this URL, and there's a way to get this to auto run. And what we could do is I could add a scene away, and then I could add a browser called promo game. And then in that browser window, we load up Hexagon and we put it at, what's a 4K res? 4K resolution. I can't remember off the top of my head. So I think I'm 496. I think I'm this. 384. Or 3,840. Man, my daughter does that. We're birds of a feather, she and I. Now if we go to away, is it going? Oh, I'm transitioning. Oh, no. Why am I disappearing slowly? I don't know why that happened. Now I'm fading back real slow. So let me check my resolution. We are at, I hope not. I mean, I'm trying to stream at that res on purpose. Okay, so my stream is at 2560 by 1440. So promo game, a 1440, and settings 2560. Way 2560. Now, if I were to set the game up Wait, what's this? What are you guys talking about? Ice cream? What is this ice cream thing? Hey, no, I didn't say no to ice cream. Hang on, give me a second. Let me catch up on chat here. Stop with the, let's slow down with this ice cream talk. No, wait, hang on. No. I'm like, I feel like that meme of the Punisher. No. Yeah, so we could have this away if we can auto run. No. Okay, let me catch up and check. Oh, real talk. We could totally leave up the home screen of the game and be Okay, so we're talking about that. It's great. You should break your ice cream into courses. Wait, ice cream. Once he's back down. Okay, I got to rewind even more. Once he's back down, if I was going to eat ice cream, should I wait for you or eat it without you and not be a bad influence? Well, you should wait for me. Break your ice cream into courses. First ice cream now, second ice cream later. You guys suck. Tillamook ice cream is so good. No. Tillamook. This is it Tillamook? What is it? What does Tillamook come from? Is it someone's last name? City of Tillamook, Oregon. Ah, so it comes from Oregon. I'm guessing it might be named after the city. Ah, we get their cheddar too, don't we? Is this a local guy? Is this a local thing, Trish, from here? I don't know. But we get their cheese too sometimes. Which as a local is like, for shame. Okay, so once the game is auto running, can we execute, when we go to a screen, can we execute a script on, like on this? Can I? There's custom CSS, custom frame rates, refresh browser when scene becomes active. Huh. Well, I wonder if I can have a local HTML. Let me try something here. Now, you've got me distracted, but it's a good kind of distracted. Because, yeah, I am interested in, like, promoting my stuff. Where did it go to? Downloads. They're all the... Score Windows. Let me just download the HTML game from here. And see if I can run it locally. If I can run it locally, then I'd like to see what it looks like when we... I don't think it will run locally. I think there's something, it has to be, some part of it has to be. We'll see. Oh, snap. Failed to fetch. Let's see, Godot run HTML locally. You need to run a local server instead of just clicking the HTML file. Okay. So that's what I could do. Because if I... Give me a second. We go to away. And instead of setting it here, we do it to a local file. Is that going to load? Away. Promo game. I'm fading away. Yes. Okay, so this is how we could do it. Or we could just trigger... On away, it could just trigger the game to run. I think that's a better way to do it, Hella. Because then we could full screen it. And that's a good idea, man. I'm going to do that for sure. And then it won't be running the HTML version. But I do need to get some sort of away mode going. And I also have this idea of not always showing my face and seeing if I can trigger scene switcher. For the times that I'm a little quiet, the automatic scene switcher to flip me off when I'm not talking. I don't know if that's possible. Captions. Wait a minute. Captions. Enable. Let's see. I'm going to enable provider speech to text. Microsoft speech to text. I'm trying captions here. Is it working? I don't know. Okay. Let's see. We'll try caption. Let me now. You've got me completely distracted, by the way. But I'm curious if I've got captions on my stream. I'm gonna mute myself. And advanced. Yeah, low latency, video stats, ad stats. I don't care about that crap. There's nothing about captions going on, so maybe it would have to be at the start of the stream. I don't know. It's we're going into the matrix. Okay. My wife is plugging her rebates. Well, Trish, let me know when I need to stop. Cause I'm making really good progress here. I'm feeling really good about this. Cause now we have this rotate has matches, and now we can say var I live too close to Wisconsin. We actually have Culver's here. We have Culver's here. So we go there every once in a while. My daughter, it's so frustrating to go to Culver's with my daughter. Because she only eats cheese curds, and it's so fudging frustrating. It's so maddening. And because we'll get the thing, and then we'll upgrade the fries to a cheese curds, and then she eats like 3 cheese curds, and that's it. And then her kid's like hamburger just sits there. And it's like, why do we even come here? All you do is eat 3 cheese curds and you stop. And then you get the ice cream. Like, that's the real reason. She wants the ice cream. Well, iced, what is it? It's not ice cream. It's, iced, what's it called? I forget. Anyways, so we don't even need to do this. And we don't need to do any of this. Look at this. We're going to get rid of all this crap. And this doesn't need to happen either. Because we can say can rotate. Rotate has matches. Rotate cells. So can rotate. Which we have here. And we don't need to... So if we can rotate, then we check if there's matches. Then look at this. This is beautiful. Man, this is turning out pretty good. Let's move this up. And put that down here. So what was it when you were working on that game? What was it you were doing? Like, what was your role? Was it kind of everything? Custard. That's what it was. Frozen custard. Yeah. I kind of want to try their fish, but I'm afraid to I'm afraid to order fish in a place that's so far away from fish. You know, it freaks me out. It's like we're pretty far from the coastline. I think I'll skip the fish. Everything art side. My partner did all the code, and you did all the art. I gotcha. Well, that's cool. Yeah. Music was an outsourced team, but that team was still talented friends we knew. That's nice. Yeah, I gotta say though, it's really impressive what I watched one of the GDC videos on Fortnite, and the way that they were generating the builds when you're building the stuff, that's all just a shader, if I remember correctly. It's all just happening in a shader, and that's just super cool. Because it's really cheap. But all that like build animation, if I remember correctly, was all just somehow it was just like a shader just firing off. But yeah, I feel like Fortnite doesn't get like graphically it looks really simple, but it's really performant. It's got that sort of World of Warcraft approach to graphical like it's like really simple, but then you get all that you get everything else for free basically after that. You don't have to think about it. So then you can just focus on the other part of making games. Okay, so rotate will have matches. So if it can rotate, oh my gosh, I don't even need to. And rotate has matches. So, oh my gosh, look at this. So if the board can rotate, and now let's just put. I mean, I'm feeling like we could rename it board at this point, but we that'll break some stuff. Their fish is good. Managing materials should legally be a 20-person team job for all semi-large games. I legit almost had a ulcer working on that one indie game. Oh, at this point, I've docked myself to you so I can share with you my college senior capstone. That was a ride. I have a degree in game design from Columbia College, Chicago. Nice. A degree. It pays to get A's, but C's get degrees. I still remember that. So if it can rotate and it has matches, no, we don't care about that. So if it can rotate, then we just rotate. So let's get rid of, we don't need this just yet. So we have this thing called moves pieces. I think we're going to have to rename it. Because this could just be straight rotate at this point. Even though we're calling this rotate. Maybe this should happen in it. So we're setting ignore input to true. Let's just get rid of all this. And, I mean, did we use move pieces more than once? No. No, it's only happening in rotate. Let's get this out of here. And then we're going to go down here to rotate. And we're going to Now that that's gone, we just put that in here. And ignore input to true. That makes sense. And then 4 pieces to move and pieces to move. So here's the question. Wait, how's this working? Add piece. Okay. Oh, would you imagine that the website the school claimed would always be available isn't available? Got to put it on the Internet Archive. See if it's there. I have this theory that we're kind of living in a dark age and we don't realize it yet, because we're living in a time when most all media is digital, and we're under the idea that it'll just always be there. But we're putting on blinders to the reality that it's really trending the opposite, and that over time, all these things that are digital, wholly digital, will just simply go away and don't last as long as something that. So many great artists are getting shit on right now. Do you mean just some of the like the Twitter sphere stuff going on with the way that people talk about game dev and game development stuff? Oh, because it's lost to the net. Yeah. No, dude. There's been movies I want to watch, and like music even, and I'm talking music. There's sometimes I'll think of a song or an album, and I literally can't get it. But I was like, I want to watch Meteor Man. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. But I'm like, I used to love Meteor Man. I watched that all the time. And I was looking for it, and it's not on streaming anywhere. The only there's maybe like the copies are starting to be really expensive on Amazon. And it's like, this sucks. I remember, okay, let me check. Because I like, there's Spielberg's Empire of the Sun. And I love that movie. It's been a while since I checked, but I don't think it's on Blu-ray. Now I'm going to dox myself again. Oh, I'm not signed in. Okay. Empire of the Sun. Nope. Just on DVD. Oh! It's finally on Blu-ray. There we go. If you want to see a really young Christian Bale, there he is. Totally looks like him. Oh, but see, it's that weird thing where it's like a European release because it just doesn't exist in the States. This is something else I'm noticing about movies that I want to watch. There's also this movie called Late for Dinner that I used to rent all the time. And it's like really hard to, like, it's almost like a pirated copy. They do have a Blu-ray, but even this, I've read reviews and they're like, this is weird. It looks like the Blu-ray's not legal. But anyways, let me get back to what I was doing. Okay, so we were doing the rotate. Pieces to move. So we don't even need to do can rotate. Pieces to move. Okay, so here's a problem. we're instancing pieces, but we have no references to what they're associated with in our cells. So this is where things get a little weird. Now, we could, we're setting a type for the piece. That's never going to change. And we're setting a position for the piece. And that's going to. We could set a name to the piece that is its current cell. And then when we iterate on it, we could just grab that name because we know it's unique. We could throw it into our own dictionary called pieces. Or we could have a variable in here called pieces that is a dictionary. And anytime we set a cell, okay, so these could be the references to the pieces. So when we add a piece here, we set or we could have a dictionary of so many possibilities. We have an array of dicts here. We could do a dictionary. The key points to an array with the type and the piece. So this would look like look like this. So we could have a function. I don't know. We're getting there. Oh, nice. Yeah, you can DM if you want. Please be gentle. Oh no. Sorry, buddy. I'm gonna have to. Gotta ban ya. How do I? Boom. I haven't had to do that in a while. Gone. It's insulting me too. Sure. Let me do that. Anyway, help block. No. Timeout spot. Mod comments? There are no mod comments for this user. How do I... Timeout? No, I don't want a timeout. Hang on. Oh no, I got rid of the chat. Docs, chat. There's chat. Let me see if I can go to you. How do I... Okay, let me go to my chat. Follow, whisper, gift, sub. No, I don't want to do that. Let's see. Timeout. No, we don't want a timeout. Now it's taken over. Now you've taken over my chats. Messages. Okay, that's great. Can I just close this? Please? Hang on. You're over here. Can I... How do I get rid of this thing? There we go. What is... Oh, okay. Putting it back. And I'm trying to figure out how to mod you from here, but I don't think it's going to give it to me. I think I have to go in users in chat. Wait a minute. Maybe I can find you. Why are there so many people in my chat right now? What are you doing in here, everybody? Nope, that's not it. Brave. Let's go. Let's bring up Twitch really quick, and I'll just mod you that way. Dashboard. And there's you. Come on. Ah, there we go. Huzzah! Now we wait for I'm like a pitcher in Harry Potter. That's funny. Yeah, no, I can't we'll both note that someone's going to say something now that you're a mod. Someone's going to be upset about that. And I don't mean for it to be a personal thing, but still someone's going to be upset about it. Yeah, I mean, really all I like so far, all I would say is just when those kinds of guys pop up, just get rid of them. Otherwise, I don't like I'll call on you when I need you to if I feel like someone's being a real a-hole or something. There's been only one other time when I just nuked somebody cuz they were like calling me a virgin and everything, and I was just like, I just don't got time. I was laughing at it, but at the same time I'm like, look, I got to get rid of this cuz I just don't have time for this. Yeah. It was just like it's just really annoying. Okay, I know we can get the rotation going. I'm meditating on how should the reference to the piece be handled. That's what I'm trying to figure out. So what if we did can rotate? So we know we can rotate. What if rotate cells just returns the cells? We have the cells to move. This is doing the data change. We're going to return the same set of data that this is happening to. This is doing the sets, updating the key value pairs to their new locations, right? So we return the same things here. So we're going to return a dictionary. Okay. And then we run rotate cells, and rotate cells is returned, right? So now we do rotate cells, and this gives us the cells that we're about to move. Not bad. Now we iterate here almost identically to what we were doing there. Our problem remains still, what about the reference to, what about the reference? Yeah. Watch, next time I'm on the stream, anytime anyone talks hella decent's like, ban. He's like somehow deleting people's Twitch accounts. Like, ah! All right, so rotate cells. That gives us a list of cells to rotate. I mean, the other way we could do this is on the cells to move. No, because we could send a signal that provides these and just listen to that. So the signal could be called rotate cells, and it just returns cells to rotate. And then what we could do is rotate cells returns nothing. And instead of return, we emit rotate cells, and we pass the cells to, well, we're calling cells to move. And maybe we should just rename it cells to rotate. Rotate cells. Does it emit signal? Is that what we have to do? Yeah, emit signal. Okay, so now we have a signal called rotate cells. Cells to rotates. Cell to rotate. Okay, so the data is updated here. We emit a signal that returns a list of cells to rotate. This will fire when we do this. So if we can rotate. So more and more, I'm writing a lot of this, and it's like, do I even need... It's like, do I even need... this is getting crazy. Like, can this happen inside the board resource? I feel like it can. Hang on a second. I'm going to look that up. That sounds really familiar. I mean, I know that's from... All right. So then this will send the signal. And I mean, I'm making it, this pattern's turning into rotate cells. This will be ignore input. So even this is becoming experimental rock. I'll check it out. What I'm guessing, I'm not going to be able to find that on Spotify. Yes, from Serenity, yeah. Sport. Oh, wow, there's a lot that have that name. So, okay, so let's register for the signal. So, board resource, we're going to connect. Rotate cells, self, and then we'll call it rotate pieces. And we still haven't set our references to the pieces yet, though. And do we have a rotate? We don't have a rotate pieces yet. No, okay, so we're going to put it down here. Func, rotate pieces. And we'll call it pieces to rotate. So we need to figure out our reference here. How are we going to hold a reference to the pieces? And this is actually, this rotation step here is where I'm going to do the part in my brain where I figure that out. And this now goes in here. And so this is starting to feel like this is all one function that is going to fire in here that'll send the signal. So it'll actually run here on the input step here. Might even happen on the piece itself. Okay, so if it happens on the piece itself, can the piece itself... No, we still need a ref. Okay, so for pieces to rotate, call it. And now we've just broken everything. And then there, we're setting, we don't need to set this board anymore. This board position. We do need to tween the piece to rotate. And this is the stuff that I also think this is now going to change. I don't know yet. I'm so close to... I feel like I'm going to have this like really solid thing that I'll be able to manipulate once I'm done with all this. And this is going to go away as well. But QRS pieces rotate. I just want to see board. To move. It's just to rotate. These are cells now, so we gotta find a reference to them. It feels like it should come from ourselves. So we're going to call it pieces. This is data we need to store here, not here. This is data we need to store here. Okay, so then that means that when we add a piece here, we're going to want to remember to set the cell for here. So there's our reference. Now, when we run this, rotate pieces, we need to pull that reference. And so this is the So that's our current piece, and then the QRS is just, this is our current piece location. So it would be pieces, so var piece equals and then that's going to start the animation. And then we say we also take the reference here. See, this is going to break everything. Because what we need to build out because right now we're getting a reference, but then we're changing the value of another reference. So eventually we're going to reach we're going to refer to our previous piece that's already been moved. All right, well, I think I'm going to end it here. I'm going to take off. Hello, Decent. You have a good night. But I'm in a good spot. It's really, I'm happy because we're going to get to a point where the sort of the board logic, or the logic of like animating the board and everything, all of that's going to be happening in one place. The data logic is going to be happening, or the data structure is going to be entirely decoupled from that. But yeah, I'll look for your DM for the thing you were talking about and check that out. But I appreciate the time, and you have a good one. See ya. Much love.